Sign number one, you stop checking your phone because deep down you finally accept someone who cares would never make you wait for effort. You stop rereading messages trying to find meaning because you now understand the real message was their inconsistency the whole time. You stop typing long paragraphs, then deleting them because you finally know someone who valued you wouldn't need convincing. You stop getting anxious when your phone doesn't light up because their silence no longer feels like loss, it feels like clarity. You stop waiting for their attention because you finally understand attention without effort is manipulation, not love. And once reaching out no longer feels like an option, and that's when you know you're truly healing. Sign number two, the bare minimum stops impressing you because someone who wants you will show up fully, not halfway when it's convenient. You stop being grateful for crumbs because now you recognize love should feel consistent, not unpredictable like a reward system. You stop calling delayed replies an occasional attention effort because effort is consistent action, not random affection. You stop feeling lucky someone stayed because now you see staying means nothing without respect and effort. You stop settling for potential because potential never protected your heart. It only kept you hoping for someone who never improved. And when you finally choose standards over feelings, everything about the situation becomes clear. Sign number three, you stop explaining yourself because someone who truly loved you wouldn't need you to justify why you deserve basic respect. You stop repeating the same conversations because you realize they understood you the first time and they just never cared enough to change. You stop apologizing for your needs because needing communication, effort, and consistency doesn't make you demanding, it makes you aware. You stop defending your boundaries because you recognize boundaries protect your peace and not push people away. You stop reacting to manipulation because you finally see the tactics behind their sudden affection and guilt phrases. And once you stop seeking understanding from the person who hurt you and the healing finally starts. Sign number four, you stop trying to fix them because you finally accept you cannot build a healthy relationship with someone allergic to accountability. You stop trying to heal their wounds because you now understand love cannot save someone determined to stay broken. You stop carrying emotional weight that was never yours because loving them should have never required sacrificing your peace. You stop rewriting their intentions because actions never lied, even when words tried to convince you otherwise. You stop hoping they'll wake up changed because now you know growth requires effort, not time. And when you release the fantasy of who they could become, you finally respect yourself enough to leave. Sign number five, you stop replaying memories because you finally see those moments didn't erase the pain they created. You stop romanticizing the past because you now understand good moments don't excuse bad patterns. You stop missing who they were because you finally realize that version only existed when they wanted something. You stop clinging to what could have been because the reality of what was finally hits harder. You stop defending the connection because now you recognize you are more attached to potential than truth. And the moment you stop replaying the story is the moment you start writing a new one. Sign number six, their absence starts to feel like peace because you finally realize chaos was disguised as connection. You stop feeling abandoned and start feeling relieved because distance exposed the reality you kept avoiding. You stop craving their energy because you now understand love should never feel like survival mode. You stop wondering if they're thinking about you because you know they didn't value you when they had you. You stop hurting because the lesson finally became louder than the memory. And when your peace feels better than their presence, that's the breakthrough. Sign number seven, you finally realize your worth, and once you see it clearly, everything they offered looks small. You stop believing you are hard to love because now you understand you just love someone not ready to give love back. You stop settling for almost because almost was never love, it was convenience with emotion sprinkled on top. You stop accepting apologies without change because accountability is the only real apology that matters. You stop shrinking yourself to be accepted because you finally understand your standards aren't the problem and their effort was. And once you know your value, Going back is never an option. Sign number 8, you stop caring if they come back because you finally understand losing you was their lesson, not your loss. You stop waiting for their return because repeating the past won't create a different ending. You stop hoping for reconciliation because now you see peace feels better than chaos disguised as love. You stop wondering if they miss you because you know people don't miss you, they miss the access and benefits. You stop imagining a reunion because the thought of going back feels like betrayal to the healed version of you. And when you can stare at the past with no desire to return, that is true healing. You didn't stop loving them, and you just stopped destroying yourself to keep a connection alive. You didn't walk away because you gave up. You walked away because you finally saw the truth. You didn't lose someone good, and you released someone who never recognized your value. You didn't fail, you just outgrew the version of yourself that tolerated pain for love. You didn't become cold outright. You became unavailable to disrespect. You didn't get harder, you got wiser. You didn't heal overnight, you healed every time, and you chose peace over their chaos. You didn't close the door and they slammed it shut long before you admitted it. You didn't lose love and you finally removed the attachment. You didn't choose revenge, you chose freedom. And now the version of you standing here is someone they'll never have access to again.